some of my axolotl keychains, stitching on their smiles and some of them the facial features on. A couple of them didn't have eyes that I totally just skipped putting on the eyes on a couple of them, so I have to stitch on some of the eyes. So I got to work on that. And then, like I said, putting keychains on some of them. So half of them are going to have keychains, the other half are going to go, woo, bless me, for the claw machine. Woo, mercy. Okay. So, all right. I was looking for those jump rings, the silver ones, in one of my bags for the market, and I could not find it, so I'm assuming it's in here in this bag down here, but I have a feeling it's not. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish putting the jump rings onto the key rings onto the axolotls. We'll see. But I had everything in the living room, and I've been totally concentrating on getting stuff done. Again, it's like I'm trying to get up to a certain price point for things. I want things to be quick and cool. You know, that 80-20 rule. Percent small stuff, 20% big stuff. I do need to work on some other things. These axolotls took me way too long, and I don't know why it took me forever to make these. Of course, I was making 24, but it still took me, I felt like it took me a long time. And I felt like I was working on these for 2 days. That's what it felt like. It really wasn't. It was more like a day and a half. I finished off my last 4 this a little bit faster this morning than I had been all day yesterday. Yesterday, even though I was like, I had my butt in a chair and, you know, but I was feeling like I just wasn't, I was like, you know, I was like crocheting through quicksand. That's what kind of like I can explain. It's like I didn't feel like I was doing anything quick or fast. I just really wanted to crank it out, and just really wasn't happening for me. And I think it's just maybe because I was just tired of doing it. But this morning I cranked out my last 4 within, you know, an hour and a half, and or 2 hours, and then I felt like, you know, I felt like these should have taken me no more than 20 minutes, and that's what I felt like each one should have taken me no more than 20 minutes, because I've timed myself making these, and they're a very quick make, and I just felt like it was taking me such a long. And I just feel like the last few days, it's just I've been working on little stuff, and sometimes little stuff, even though it's quick, but I'm making a lot of it, it feels like it's taking forever. You know, it felt like it was taking eons to make these little axolotls. And before that, it felt like it took me forever to make the strawberry keychains. And because I was just making a lot, you know. So how y'all doing? So, so these are some. This is one I have to do, like stitch the eyes onto, and but let me show you some of the other ones I've already stitched. So these have the safety eyes. So I'll go ahead and I'm gonna finish up stitching up the smile on. Probably I got like half a dozen left, give or take. And then half of these are going to go for the claw machine, and the other half are going to be for keychains. So hopefully I can find that little bag that has the little jump rings in it to attach for keychains. Okay, so so again, this one already has the eyes. He just needs the smile attached to him. So I'm going to put him in a separate pile. And my desk is kind of cluttered. Again, it's always cluttered. I never clean it off. I just add more crap to it. That's all I do. Just add more stuff to the desk. Okay. I need to take the time. You know, I feel like once like I said, like once I get over the hump of for this market, which is going to be a really big market, like, and I, you know, each one had a different hook size on this one and this one. So this one was actually made with a 5.0 millimeter hook. This one I used a 4.0 millimeter hook. So this one's definitely going to be a keychain. I think it's just going to be too big be put into the claw machine. That's why I dropped the hook size down to a 4mm, because I need something small enough for the claw machine to grab. And I just kind of wanted everything to be of similar size. So this definitely is going to be, this chunky one is going to be definitely for keychains. So this one's going to be keychained out. And then, of course, I got some darker green and got some blue. I got all different colorways. So I made 4 of the different colors for them. So their main body colors are like a lime green, and then it's like this teal green, you know, bluish green. And actually it's this green right here. Actually, it's kind of showing almost true to what it really is. And this one is called it's called Baja Blue, but they spelled it B-A-J-H-A, and I'm like, that's not how you spell Baja. Baja is B-A-J-A. Yeah, I guess they're expecting people to be dumb and understand how to say Baja. So anyway, okay. So let me get some of these out. Like I said, I was trying to make 24 of these little bad boys. Okay, so you need, okay, keychain. These 2 for keychain. You're going to be, okay, so that's, this one's going to be claw machine. That's keychain. Okay, so you're going to be keychain. The ones that I have to stitch the face onto are definitely going to be claw machine, guys. Because sometimes little kids get in there and they'll do it, and sometimes you do want to have something that doesn't have a button eye, just in case they have like a sibling or something, and you know, you don't want them to be like eating the eyes off, biting the eyes off, which can be so easily done. So sometimes you do need to have something with stitched eyes, just for the really small little kids. But you know, I don't know, we'll see what they are going to have to, what kind of customer I'm going to get. I mean, I imagine I'm going to be getting a lot of families, so I really think it's going to be a great event. I think it's going to be great. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I made tons. It sounds like. So like I said, I did 4 of each color combinations, and so yeah. So I did 3 lime green with blue gills, 3 lime green with pink gills, and then 3 lime green with yellow gills, and that was the last of my yellow. And then I did the teal with blue gills, teal with pink gills, and teal with lime green gills. And I still got quite a bit of teal left over. It was almost a new skein too. Okay, there's my hook. Okay. There's my yarn. I like to use DK weight. If I can use like a sport weight or a DK weight, I usually like those for embroidery the most. And I just use acrylic. You can use any kind of really yarn, to be honest. But if it's a thicker yarn, I will split it and I will make it thinner. You know, so that's a trick that some people use for doing up yarn for embroidery. You know, so you don't have to go out and buy a dedicated thing. Oh wait, oh no, it's Tangy Tangerine. This is like my tang. this on Thursday because it's going to be hot outside. So this is an electrolyte blend. It's called Tangy Tangerine. Shit's expensive, but it works. It really does help when you're sweating and stuff. It's really helps remineralize. Because if you've been outside sweating, you're just sweating out your minerals. So this stuff works really great. But like every time I put it into a cup or a glass, it's like it sticks to that plastic and it tastes like that stuff after you done washed it. You know? So put that right there for right now. But it works. Oh wait, are these my jump rings? Yes, they are. All right, we're gonna finish out the keychains. Yeah. So, oh, here's a stray axolotl. Down now. Okay. It's working out looking good. I'm prepared. And, okay. So, my key rings are right here. I get these from Amazon. If you want me to put a link to where I find these, the second time I purchased these, actually technically this box is the first box I've purchased, but the second box I've actually sent to my kid because she making keychains for me to sell at market. So she's actually making Shrinky Dink Pokemon keychains. So if you don't know what a Shrinky Dink is, it's like shrink plastic, and you draw and color on it, and it's transparent, so you can actually trace things with it, which I have done before. And you punch a you shrink in the oven, and it shrinks it down, and it becomes harder, more plastic, harder plastic. And it, you know, we're going to make keychains and sell the keychains. So she's a really good artist. She loves Pokemon. So she's been making customized Pokemon keychains. You know, so I'm like, all right, cool. We'll sell it. Why not, right? It's handmade. Now, typically, I don't like to do anything that's a licensed character. But I do have a couple little things. Like, I do have, like, you know, it almost looks like Spider-Man, but it's not Spider-Man. I've actually sold a cinnamon roll. It's not really a cinnamon roll, but it looks like cinnamon roll. You know, it's kind of like what you have to say and what it is. It's like inspired by, you know. So really it's kind of what you really need to say. It's like inspired by, but it's not. And that's how you get away with that kind of crap. But typically I really don't like to do, I don't want to invite that type of, you know, to get stuck in that niche of I make, you know, pop culture licensed characters. I just don't want to get into that. And I know that I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot for not doing that, but I don't want to get in trouble by selling, you know, I don't know. I just kind of fear that somebody's going to come up and just say, you need to stop making this, and or you're going to be in trouble, or, you know, maybe I'm just making a mountain out of a mole in that regard. Let's see. So anyways, let's make some keychains so I can just get that done. Okay, so I really like these jump rings. These are great because they look like miniature key rings. And I can wrap these around a stitch in the, see, you can see that. So they kind of look like miniature key rings, but they do have like to where you can split them a little bit. Right there. If you can see it, it's gonna focus. Are you gonna focus? Maybe? Okay, maybe not. Okay, so I know that this big boy was gonna be a key ring. And my nails do not like doing this. It's a little bit difficult to do this. I also take this as my keyring kit. So if somebody sees something, or if they get something from the claw machine they want to turn into a keyring, they can. I just charge $1 more. Let's see, I want that to be just a little bit better. I wonder if I use a hook to help me do that. So it helped me get around that stitch. Let's see if I've got one. I know I had my 4mm hook here earlier. Oh, dropped it. Axolotl. Oh wait, here's my hook bag. Okay. That's gonna be a bit big. Let me do a smaller hook. Here we go. This worked. Alright, so where did I do the big boy? Where are you at, big boy? There you are. Okay, so help me pull up. So I'm inserting my hook here, and then I'm going to split this jump ring. And sometimes I oversplit these things and they will stay undone. That's why it kind of kills my fingers a little bit. Oh yeah, that helps out a lot. Okay. So then I can take that out. And then instead of it just being around one strand, it's around like 2 strands, so it's giving it a little bit more of a secure feel to it. That's great. That works out really well. Okay, and then now we're going to add our key rings and our clasps. Clasps. It sounds so weird saying it, clasps. Okay. And there we go. Voila. On an axolotl keychain, and it works out great. So that's one, and I'm going to sell these for $6. I'm debating if I should sell them for $7 because I felt like it took me forever, but maybe I'll just keep them at $6. They'll be cheap. Cheap make. Okay, so that's, what did I say? That was green with yellow. I need another green with yellow. This is green with yellow. Oh, this is the big boy. Oh, this is the big boy. That wasn't the big boy. I thought that one was. No, it's not. Okay, this one's big boy. Okay. So that really helped out a lot, inserting my hook in the spot where I want the jump ring to go. And I'm just going to reseal it just in case I knock it over, because I'm really good at knocking crap over and spilling crap. It's a little tedious to keep doing it like that, but I'm a little clumsy. So here we go. No, that didn't get in there right. There we go. Oh, that works out really good. I really like how that works out. Okay. Because I really struggled with those key rings, with these jump rings, and just kind of, you know, not getting it into the right strand. And they'll just not be on there well. Okay. Okay, so I've got 2 green with yellow gills. Okay. I need the 2 green with pink Okay, that one's gonna have a stitched face. He doesn't have a stitched face yet. Okay, this is pink and no, it's yellow. I don't have my light on. I'm just using the light of the window. Okay. Okay. And I don't have my claw machine bag, so I'm just going to put them back in my whip bag. Okay. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. My weekend was okay. I just mainly just sat home and stitched. Like I said, again, it felt like I was stitching in quicksand. I just felt like I was going so slow. And then I found out where my table placement is going to be, and I realized that I'm going to have an open side so that I can do the Z formation now. And I'm trying to figure out in my head, like, okay, how do I want to do the Z formation? And how I'm gonna make that happen. And I think I'm gonna play with it tomorrow. I'm gonna drag my tables out tomorrow and do it in the front yard and figure out what my Z formation is going to look like. And then I have to launder my tablecloths, all 3 tablecloths, because my smaller tablecloth is, I gotta find it. I haven't used my 4-foot table in a while, but I'm gonna take it with me this time. Hopefully I'm gonna get to where I can make some loaf cats and loaf dogs and some, I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to make some possums, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to or not, because I don't think I have the appropriate yarn for that, because you need gray and white and black and pink, and those are the possum colors. But I did have a customer coming looking for possums, and I'm like, okay, I want to make possums. I think they're super cute. Or maybe make a possum keychain or something. It can't be hard to make. I'll probably make my own design for that. Just something small. I don't want them big, anything big. Okay, so okay. Put it right there. I'm not gonna get anything done that I really, to be honest. I'm getting some of it done, but not all of it. Like, there was so much more that I should have prepped better for this. But sometimes it's like, if I have like a couple of weeks in between things, I kind of like try to catch up on things that I need to do, like chores and etc. And sometimes you just need a day of just not crochet. I know it sounds blasphemous, right? A day of not crocheting? What are you talking about? And usually I'm always crocheting. I very seldom do not have a hook in my hand or something, you know. I can't sit there and watch TV without a hook in my hand or something. Something in my hand. That's so much easier. Sheesh. Okay, so now I need a green and 2 green with blue gills. Okay. All right. And then I also need to price these out, like put price tags on them. But I can do that at the market because I'm going to get there kind of early. So they want us to set up between like like 12 and 2, you know? And I'm like, that's the hottest time of the day. But again, it's a busy market. I will have enough time to do some pricing for sure. And to be completely set up and everything. Um, so I'm not really worried about pricing everything before I go. I mean, like I can take the time for that, but honestly, I'm going to have time to do my pricing while I am there because pricing doesn't take that long. And I can do that in between customers. I can just price out what I have on the table and then come around and uh, price whatever I put out at the moment. And that can be done too. Because in the beginning, it's not going to be busy. The event starts at 5. They want us to be set up by 3. So with my ride situation, I need to be there by 1:30, you know. So to be there by 1:30 and to be ready to go by 3, but the event doesn't start until 5. It's going to be a bit. It's going to be hot. It's really going to be. It's going to be almost 100 degrees. I'm not looking forward to that part. But I'll be hydrated. I'm always drinking water. So I'm going to be very hydrated. And I'm going to have my tangy tangerine with me. And I'm going to have a bag of ice. I'm going to have my cooling towel. And I have a fan, like a regular fanning fan. Hi, Ellie. How are you? Okay. Awesome. Well, tell everybody I said hi. Ellie, you know what hot means. But you live in hot. Oh, I just lost that key ring, and I just flung that somewhere. Not key ring, but that jump ring. Shoot. I probably flung it halfway across the room. Just... Okay. And I hope I'm going to be able to finish out these red, white, and blue star earrings. I hope I'll be able to finish those out. I need to go and find my earring making kit. Like, I gotta figure out where it's at. I don't even remember where it's at. I suspect it's gonna be in one of the drawers in the dresser in my roommate's room, because there's a dresser in there, and I usually kept things like that inside that drawer, inside that dresser. But I was only able to consolidate to one drawer that she can use. So it's got to be in there, or it's in here, somewhere in here, and I have like not a freaking clue where it's gonna be at. Not a freaking clue. I mean, this place is a wreck. It's so messy in here. And yet I'm still thinking about buying yarn. I'm like, no, stop, Jamie, stop. No more yarn. That's the yarn that I need for a project. I need to start prepping for fall and Christmas. So starting in July, we need to start prepping for Halloween. So that's definitely a thing I need to start doing. So last year, I made these cute little skeleton guys. People love those guys. So I'm probably going to make a bunch of those. And I'm going to make them out of worsted, you know, because I think they would look better out of worsted as opposed to chenille. I guess I could make them out of chenille, but I really like making them out of worsted. And then that's also another thing I kind of want to start getting into just a little bit more, do a little bit more worsted on some things. But when he's worsted, he's like this big, okay? But he's perfect for sitting like on a desk or something. He's like a great desk buddy. And he's really cute. And he's also just about the right size to where if you really wanted to make him into a keychain, you could. He would make a big keychain, but he wouldn't be a bad size. So he's really, you know, if I make him out of worsted, he's a pretty good size. And whenever I had him at markets, people really liked them, and I sold them, all of them. And he's also a free pattern. I can't remember what the pattern is, who made it, but he's a cute little skelly guy. And I think I found the pattern on Pinterest. So he's a cute little dude. He's kind of chunky little skelly. And then I gotta figure out, like, I need to make like a boatload of pumpkin. And I need to start loading up on orange and green, more green. Like I got enough green to sink a battleship. But there's so many different shades of green for everything. And then we start, you know, to really need to explore on how to make a good Grinch. Grinch green, and that too. We need to get some good Grinch green going. So, you know, Halloween, and then going to, you know, from there to Grinch. And then I also really want to make some Thanksgiving turkeys. So I've got a great pattern from Claire the Crochet Lady. She has a nice turkey pattern, but his feathers fold up and down. And I like that. I think it's kind of like, it's almost like an interactive kind of pattern. So I really like that idea. So I really kind of want to make that. So I'm going to need some more brown, of course. And I might make him out of both worsted and chenille. Okay, so I got all of the green ones done up. The lime green ones. All the lime green ones. So that's 4. Okay, so that was, yeah, 2, 4, 6. So I had yellow, bluegills, and pink gills. So there we go. Ready to go. Now I gotta do all the teal ones. Okay, so let's do teal with green. Teal with green, teal with green. Is that green or is that yellow? That's green. I don't have yellow in that teal. Okay. Yeah, our last event we had here was 3 and it started at 5. I'm making baby axolotls for the claw machine and to sell as keychains. So this is kind of, that's what they look like. This is also another Pinterest pattern. They're just called baby axolotls. If you want me to, at the end of this live, I will, you know, I'll go ahead and put links down for the pattern that I'm using where you can find it on Pinterest. I love Pinterest so much. It is where I get, between Pinterest and Instagram, I find a lot of really good patterns, or just quick and easy patterns. I find a lot of mini patterns for my claw machine in there. You know, so I'm actively looking for those types of patterns. You know, and it's something simple, nothing too elaborate, because, you know, for my claw machine, it's a $5 claw machine, you know, for each play. So you don't want to do nothing too elaborate, because then that takes away, that eats up your time on how much you're going to charge for something. So I figured if it's in the $20 max is the time limit for the things I'm going to make from a claw machine. So that's kind of really, whoops, don't lose it again, Jamie. That's kind of my time frame point. So I will do a lot of little experiments on different little patterns. I'll try it out, and if you know, see if it works out well. So, all right. Okay, so you're going keychains. And as I'm working on these axolotls, I'm getting more room on my desk. I still gotta make mini chickens. I think those are gonna be a big hit too. So between reptiles and amphibians and mini chickens and cows and yeah, so you know, so like turtles, any kind of birds really is really popular. And frog, axolotls, salamanders, you know, all of those are really popular. So I think those are thing that I need to really focus on. I think chickens are going to be popular for this next market. I would like to make some of my rounder chickens. Those sold so well at my Christmas market in the same place this last Christmas. I had like 8 of them, and I sold out. I think I had 8. I want to say I had 8. I know I had at least had 6, but I really want to say I had 8. Oops, wrong way. And I sold them all. They were like one of the first things to go. Okay, so so we got, okay, teal and green. Okay, now I need teal and pink. Okay, he's ready to go, and that's green. Teal and pink. Okay. That's still green. I know I've got another teal and pink. There's teal and blue. Teal and blue. Is this teal and pink? No, that's green. I keep picking up the wrong one. Oh, it doesn't have a smile on it yet, so I'm going to put a smile on this one. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, these are green. Okay, so teal and pink. I know I've got more of these teals and pinks. Okay, that's green. And that's green. He's going back here. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, this one needs to have its face finished stitched up. Okay, how come I only count 3? 1, 2, 3. And then, is this that's a teal and green. Teal and green. What are you? Do I have 5 teal and greens and then only 3 teal and pinks? Did I make that mistake? I may have. Because I'm a little bit on the blind side, okay? And sometimes colors elude me. And I think I see a certain color, and I think what I think it is, and it's not. Okay. All right. All right. So let me finish the smile on this one real quick. I've already got my needle loaded up. I'm just going to give him a little smile. Just a little one. Cute little smile. Oh, hey, Jeanette. How are you? You know, I keep missing your live, lady. But I haven't seen you on TikTok, though. Alrighty, daddy. Good enough for government work. And then I need my scissors. Alrighty, okay, now he's good to go. And I'm gonna need to get jump rings, couple it in. Okay. Okay, that one. Yeah, but I haven't been watching any screen. I haven't had any screen time today at all whatsoever. Not really. I did look at my email briefly. So Hershey's has got a deal going on right now today, and I think it ends tomorrow night at midnight. Um, but they have free shipping on all their clearance. And I'm like deeply tempted. And I was like, wait, no. No. And of course it's clearance. It's only certain colors and certain things. And I'm like, oh, I really kind of want to look at this clearance, you know. But some of the stuff doesn't seem to be that clearance. Like, it might be clearanced off by like $1 or something, you know. And I'm like, well, I don't know. But to have free shipping on it, that's what's nice, you know. And they do have some velvet yarns that were clearance off, and I was like, ooh, that'd be really good to get for fall time. Because, you know, if you ever notice a lot of, you know, when you get to clearance, I don't know, I've noticed. And this is what just pops out at me, and I don't know why. It just seems to pop at me. So a lot of people don't like orange, and a lot of people don't like yellow. And usually you find clearance items that are either orange or yellow. And, but I'm like, those are the best colors because, like, you know, for fall and everything. So if you're making something for fall, people want the orange and the yellow. You know, they want that. And, you know, if you make it into like a fall item, they're going to be all over that to get those fall vibes. So it's a great time to load up on those types of colors, those harvest colors, you know. Oh, why are you in my mix? This is not my keychain. Like it's got one of those hinged keychains. It was in my keychain box. That's weird. Okay. I'll just throw it back in. Obviously, the company that makes these makes more than one type of keychains. You know, and then brown is also a color that I don't think a lot of people really like. I don't know. I'm not a brown person. I am not a fan of brown that much. I like brown in some aspects, but I like the color of wood, you know, but I don't really like the color of brown. Like my kitchen floor is brown. I don't like it. It came with the house like that. I really want to change it. I do not like having a brown floor. Okay, so we got these two guys done. Okay, so I got two more axolotls to do for keychains. Okay, and so I need to do two bluegills. Okay, and then all my axolotls for keychains will be done. And then I just need to finish up stitching the eyes for some of the ones that are going for the claw machine, which is a very popular thing for me sometimes, you know, like the kids are so enamored with it. It's the parents. I need to break the parents down. Break it down, you know. But I like the idea of the fact that, you know, it's a $5 item. It's small. It's not my cheapest item. Actually, cheapest item is 25 cents. And it's really a sticker. And I just buy stickers from Amazon. I buy a big old pack of stickers. And now Amazon days are coming up. So that's a great time to buy stickers. Because you'll get them for like cheap. And I buy a pack for like, you know, 300 stickers for like $5. And the margin on them are really, really high. And sometimes people are just like, oh, you know, like they look like a little kid's got $1, you know. So they'll spend time and go through all the stickers and buy one for $1, you know. So Amazon days are coming up, so it's a great time to get some of the stickers for really cheap. So I'm thinking about maybe I should buy some Halloween stickers. Yeah, that's our next major holiday coming up is Halloween. I know we got Memorial Day. No, we already have Memorial Day, duh. I'm sorry. I get Memorial Day and Labor Day mixed up in my head. God, I hope I'm not the only person who does this, but okay, so Labor Day is coming up. But that's kind of a cookout holiday. It's not like a real holiday. It's like, it is and it isn't. It's like a cookout holiday. Like a picnic cookout holiday. But another one really just kind of, you know, there's not like a theme around it other than eating food. And then after that would probably be Halloween. So getting ready for Halloween, I'm definitely going to load up on some stickers and some other Halloween jazz. Oh, dance. Wow. Well, welcome back. In about a week now. But don't you get affected by tropical storms just a little bit more than I would be? Like, you know, you being in the valley, I think you would have more opportunities to experience that than I would. We get a lot of stuff coming off the plains though. It's like you get stuff coming up from, you know, even from the Atlantic Ocean. Dude, I just dropped another jump ring. Can I find it? Oh wait, is that it? Yeah, I found it. Yeah. I found it. Let's see. Yeah, the downside of these jump rings is they kind of tear up my nails a little bit. But I'm not a person who gets my nails done, so I've only had one manicure in my whole entire life. Like professional manicure, you know. I've never really gone out and had my nails done. Oh, dang it, I dropped it again. But that's not, to me, that's not a thing that's on my list of doing, you know, doing for myself. I know it would be nice to have it done, but I don't know, it just seems, it's just not me. You know, I do so many things with my hands, like doing dishes and cleaning and crocheting, of course, doing crafting. It just feels like if I mess them up, I feel like it would be a waste of money. Like, I guess I wouldn't, you know, if I were, you know, to go to a special event, go to a wedding, even get married, I probably would definitely maybe try to get my nails done, especially if I were to get married, which I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, the way things are going. But we're not going to go there. But, so yeah, I really never do my nails. And my nails don't ever go long, you know, they're really thin. And they grow really fast, but they're really thin and they break off all the time. I'm always catching a hangnail. Always. And I don't do my nails because, you know, it's like a nervous tick or anything. It's because I always got a freaking hangnail. I'm always, like, chewing one off. Or they split. They split really bad. Okay. This is the last keychain I'm going to add to these axolotls. Yay! So it didn't take that long. Okay. Alright, so we got the teal axolotls all set. So we got the blue, the pink, the green. That's the pink. And selling these for $6 each. That's not half bad. So there we go. So I've got a dozen axolotl keychains. Technically, I have 13 because I have an extra one in my stash. But I decided to go ahead and just make 24 total. And looking at it, you don't think that's a lot, but like once you line them all up, I guess it kind of looks like a lot. Okay, so this one's going to go, okay, these are going to go in here. And then, okay, you need to be stitched on, you need to be going in the basket. You're good to go. Okay, you need a smile, and you need a smile. You're good to go. You need a face, and you need a smile. Okay. So, speaking of the devil himself, Mr. Man sending me text messages. I told him, as you know, he's trying to get me to go out with him tomorrow night, and I was like, I don't have time, man. I gotta get stuff done. And then, you know, I was like, as much as I would like for him to go hang out, you know, with, you know, together with him, I was like, come on up to the market. Uh-oh. Where's my needle? I was like, come on up to the market. Bring your kids. It's a big to-do. It's going to have live music, and there's going to be rides, and there's, you know, the craft market, and it's going to be nice. Here it is. It's one of the bigger shindigs that the city puts on. And they've been doing it for years. And with the square being what it is, the way that it's, you know, nice new square, it's going to be nice. It's going to be great. Like the Christmas event was pretty dang cool. I didn't get a chance to walk around much, though. But my mom's going to come in, you know, she gets off work, she's going to come by and she'll watch my booth for a little bit while I can go walk around for a minute. So I don't know if he's going to, if my boyfriend's going to come by and bring his kids, because he still has teenagers. Well, I mean, technically they're all teenagers, but one just graduated high school, and but his other kids are younger than that, so they're like 13, 14. Okay. So yeah, bring the kids. I think they'll enjoy it. I would actually like them to see me at market. You know, I think that would be fun to have them come and see all the things that I actually do and make. I know they've seen me crochet, but they've never been to any of my markets, you know. Because he always has to work on a Saturday because he works retail. But this is, you know, a thing that's on, you know, evening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, yeah, right, exactly. No hurricanes, no tropical storms. Okay. Okay, stitching on a smile. And sometimes with these little guys, it just depends on what the yarn will let me do. Sometimes the yarn will let me do a big smile, sometimes a little smile. That was kind of crooked. Let's go a little wider. Let's go for a wider smile. I don't think a small smile is going to work with that one. It's 3 o'clock. Okay. Also, I'm thinking about doing back to school, so, you know, maybe some back to school items, but I don't want to do too many of those. So I was kind of thinking maybe it's like an apple with some legs that kind of like hang over the side of something, you know, like hang off a shelf or something, an apple that will have legs like that. I don't like this smile. It's too big. See? I don't like that. No, not working. Not working for me. I think it just, I don't know. Maybe the smile was too low. Maybe that's what it was. Not the fact that it was wide or anything. I think it was just too low. Ellie, you don't have to look. You can just listen. Eyes on the road. I almost want to make just one grumpy axolotl. I'll just say, I just made one grumpy guy. Okie dokie artichoke. Almost done, I'm almost done. And then I can move on to my next thing, which I think I'm going to make mini chickens. Um, so I did buy more of the 4-weight velvet yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's the Velvety Smooth Aran weight, and that is what I made originally for the mini chickens that I have on my claw machine. And then I have the Yarn Bee Adorable, and that's a 5-weight. It's the same as Velvety Smooth. Okay, it's the same. It's just thicker because they have Velvety Smooth in 5-weight, but they don't have it in white. They only carry it in white in the Aran weight. So I'm gonna make white chicken keychains out of the Adorable, and then I'm going to make the ones for the claw machine. That's going to be out of the Aran weight because they're just the right size for that claw to pick up. Now these are just about the right size for the claw to pick up too, but those they're just all about the right size. Okay, so you are done, and you need a smile, and you need a smile. Okay. Okay, let's see here. That didn't work out. Now I have yet to go to a Michael's and get more of the Posh, which is rebranded and called something else, but I don't need any right now. I think I'm fine. So, okay, this also reminds me, on Thursday, I don't think I'm going to go live. I might go live at the market. I'm thinking about it. But that actually might eat up some of my battery for my phone. I need to do an experiment. I do have an extra battery bank that somebody gave me. And so I need to charge that and see if that works for my phone. Just use it as an extra backup battery. I'm thinking about doing that. And then I also have rechargeable light bulbs. They're pretty neat. I got them off of Amazon. I used them at the Christmas market last year, which was a night market. And I needed them more longer than I would say assume here, because the sun doesn't go down until about like 8:45, I think, is how, it'll still be pretty bright. So I probably won't need my light bulbs on until about 8 o'clock. And so I will definitely only need them for like 2 hours. But even on the low setting, with all 4 of them going, it's pretty bright. And so I need to charge those up. And among things, yeah. So I need to remember to do that too, because it's a night market. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. But these rechargeable light bulbs have like hooks on them, so I can just hook them to the top of the tent, where where the tent kind of comes together at the top. I just hook those into 4 corners almost, at where some of the joints on my tent, and it works out really good. They're pretty neat. And again, like I said, if I have them on the low setting, they last a lot longer than, say, on the high setting. But you recharge them inside of your electric light sockets. Just like your lamp or like your ceiling fan or something like that, you know. That's where you charge them up at, and they're pretty dang nifty. I really do find them pretty nifty. And then I really even like the idea of using them for like camping or something, you know. So if I had them all four charged up for camping, I can hang those inside my tent because they're plastic light bulbs. They have like LED, whatever you want to call that inside. Pretty neat. Okay, this guy's good to go. Alright, so I just need to stitch on the face of this one. Just a little bit more. I will save this for the mouth, maybe. Okay. I'm on to my last two axolotls and I'll be done with axolotls. I'm almost excited. I'll be done. Other than pricing, which I'm going to do at the market because they'll give me something to do. But it'll be also kind of cool that if I'm able to be done on time, then I can walk around and check out my neighbors. Because I very seldom get a chance to walk around at markets. The only one I actually even get to opportunity to go walk around and check out is actually at the farmer's market. But whenever I'm at the one in downtown, I don't ever get the chance to walk around that very often. I usually like to get to go like a couple booths down, you know? That's it. But there's like this one booth that I really love, and they sell like olives and olive oil, but they also have other things too. So they had these, you know, like the little pearl onions you can get. They're, you know, about the size of a nickel or a quarter or something like that. They're just small onions, but they had them like in this balsamic vinegar mix. It's out of sight. It is so good. So good. I really want to learn how to make these things on my own. They're so good. And oh man, it was so funny because like she was only like three booths away from me. So I was just walking by and I noticed, I was like, oh wait. I was like, oh, are you the people who have the balsamic onions? She's like, yes we do, but we're out. And I was like, oh no, give me, I want the onions. She's like, well, I have some that I'm giving out as samples. I'll just give you these. And she's like, these were just, you know, for samples only. And she's like, I'm sold out of the other one, so you can just have these. And I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, you can just have them. There's only like a few pieces of the onion cut up, but man, they're freaking good. They're so delicious. And I've been really loving balsamic vinegar the last couple of years. Like anything with balsamic vinegar on it, and I'm just like, it's pretty freaking good. And I've really also come to learn that not all balsamic vinegar is created equal. And believe it or not, Kroger's has got a really good organic one. And it's like, it's about like $5, but it's in a bottle about yay big. But like when you turn it inside the bottle, it's a clear bottle, you can see the balsamic vinegar coating the bottle. I'm like, yeah, that's some good vinegar. And it's almost got like it has a wooden cork on it too. It's really freaking good vinegar. But I've actually gotten some balsamic vinegar from Aldi, and it's about like what, $3 to $4, and then you get a big bottle. It's not as good. It really isn't. It's okay. It's okay for like maybe making a quick dressing out of, but like if you're going to use balsamic vinegar to you know, to finish something off with, get the good stuff. It's really worth it. Like if you were going to do like a dessert, like a raspberry balsamic vinegar, something for your dessert or something like that, get the good stuff. Don't get the cheap stuff. Cheap stuff's okay, like if you're gonna use it for like a marinade, you know. I've even tried reducing the cheap stuff, and it's still not as good. You know, I've tried to make a balsamic reduction. It's okay. It's it's not as it's not as sweet. Um, like good balsamic vinegar has got a nice sweet, rich flavor. It's not as tangy, I guess you could say. It's not as sharp. It's really quite delicious. But like my favorite dressing is, you know, olive oil and balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper. I mean, it's really all I ever really kind of use anymore nowadays. Every once in a while, I'll just do lemon and olive oil and salt and pepper, but honestly, that's kind of really what I like to use. And I don't like to use a lot. I just need a little bit. I'll just take a little drizzle of balsamic, a little drizzle of olive oil, and I try to get good olive oil because of the polyphenol um, aspects of it. So you really want a good, rich um, olive oil. I mean, really just makes really makes a difference. A good quality olive oil, and I've done some research. There's this one brand. It's about like $20 a bottle, and you're probably thinking like, oh my god, $20 a bottle, but it's really kind of worth it because you're getting a lot of really good nutrition out of it. And that's the kind of stuff you don't really want to cook with. You just want to eat it as raw as possible. You can use it as a finishing oil, you know, or what I like to do sometimes. I've got this great little spray bottle for it. My boyfriend gave it to me for Christmas. I saw his, and I was like, dude, I want one of those. And he's like, okay. So he gave me a set. So I got one bottle's for avocado oil and one bottle's for olive oil. And I will just spray my salad with it, you know, it just gives a nice little spray. And so instead of buying those aerosol cans of oil, which probably isn't as much oil, it's probably then you gotta recycle those cans. I'm like, I don't know how you can safely recycle those cans, but I don't know how it works. But you can't get all the oil out of it, I don't think, in my opinion. And so I really like these spray bottles. They're really nice, and I just simply like doing that for my salad, and it's so good. Um, Another thing that I've really been liking to eat is that spinach and strawberry salad. That's good. If you never had that, that's really good. It's real simple salad, but I even made like the caramelized pecan pieces for it, and I put feta cheese on it. So good, so good. I need to make it again. It's so yummy. I'm a little bit of a foodie. Actually, I'm a lot of a foodie. Um, I'm just poor. I'm a foodie who's poor. I'm a poor foodie. I got champagne taste on a Kool-Aid budget. not not a beer budget. Kool-Aid budget. Even beer's gotten expensive. Like going to buy it. Like I remember buying a 6-pack of beer for about like I don't know $7. Now you go into like a 6-pack's almost like $13, and I'm like, really? It's beer. And of course, I want to drink the good beer. That is not going to work. So let's go right here. So I've been now I'm not a big drinker, okay? But my boyfriend bought me like this cheap bottle of margarita. I've been drinking that lately at night because I'm getting tired of dealing with everybody. So I'm just kind of like, and nobody knows that I'm drinking it. So I'm catching a really good buzz, and I think I'm just being happy. And I've just been chilling, crocheting, attempting to crochet while buzzed. Yeah. It's like maybe I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't crochet while buzzed. Maybe that's a good time to practice your freeform crochet. Because freeform crochet is never straight. It doesn't have to be straight. That's the whole point. Though I have seen some really cool looking freeform crochet online. Okay, how do I undo this? And if you've never looked at it, I invite you to look at it. It looks really, really cool. Like you start off doing this, and then it just kind of morphs into something else, and then you can change colors. You can change your stitch variation. You know, it can be anything you want it to be. It's really quite interesting and cool. And I see people like make rugs with it and stuff. So it's kind of like this amoeba looking thing, but it's all these different textures and colors and things like that. It looks really freaking cool. I'm gonna have to cut this out because I can't get it undone. I have to do surgery. Come on out. You know you wanna. There we go. Aha, aha. Okay. The embroidery on these guys is kind of tricky because the area is so small and the way that the stitches lie in the round is not exactly easy. So sometimes getting it on there is kind of a little tricky. Let's try it one more time. And then I still have to do the white embroidery for it to for the around the eyes. So okay, let's try this one more time. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So can I do it on the other side? Nope. Let's go stitch over. Excuse me. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work out or not. That might. That might work out. I don't know. Maybe. Like if all else fails, I'll just have to cut it out. Okay. No, it's not working out because I got one eye that's a little bit longer than the other. Pain in my butt, pain in my butt. Yeah, it's not gonna look good. Maybe I can undo it so I don't have to cut it out. Start all over. I don't like doing embroidery. I need to get better at it though. I don't like doing it, but I do need to hone that skill just a little bit better. I had two of them that I forgot to put the eyes into. So okay. Oh, yep. Ah, drop my needle. Okay, I'll get it in just a second. Alright, good. Didn't lose it. Okay. There we go. Oh, what a pain in the butt. And then, well, now see, for that one, the first one I did embroidery eyes, I wasn't able to make closed eyes. Maybe I can do closed eyes on this one. I didn't think about that. Maybe that will work. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try. Maybe that will work better for me this time. Now my yarn's all kind of junked up looking. It's all bunched up. I'm trying to be conservative with my yarn here, but it's not working out. Okay, let's see if I can do the closed eyes. That might work out better for this one. And give it some lashes or something. Okay, let's see if this works out. Well, it kind of does and it doesn't. Like, And I'm not sure, like, it's like 2 stitches apart. Wait, they're 2 stitches wide. Can I change that into eyelashes? Can I do that? Would that work? No, that looks dumb. That looks like a clown. Yeah, that looks like a clown. Does not look like it's like... Okay, so maybe I should lower the eyes into a... Not so high. So maybe I should make them a little bit lower. Okay. Okay, let's try this one more time. One more time. Okay, let's try this one more time. One more time. Let's make it a little bit lower. Maybe I should go from the back here. Does that look okay? Nope. It does not look okay. So I feel like this embroidery is just eating up my time. It's taking forever. Okay, let's just... Okay, I don't know. I'm about ready to give up on this one. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I can't get the eyes right for some reason. It's really starting to frustrate me. So I think this is a good time for me just to put it down, come back to it later on. The other one, I'm gonna also put that down and just come back to it later on. So whenever you get frustrated, just put it down, go do something else, come back to it later on. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys go. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope to see you guys later. I might do a live on Friday. If I remember, I might do a live on Friday and kind of give you a bit of a market recap of, you know, what I sold, how much I sold, and my market stories. I always usually have just a really cute story, usually involves a child. But I always you know, I have some kind of story, you know. Just like the last market, you know, I was talking about the lady and the dino nuggets. So it was just kind of, you know, just a fun thing. And oh yeah, also my last market, I had a lady. She was a repeat customer. She came back. Um, she bought just a nugget from me, and it's like first time I ever made just a nugget, just a chicken nugget, and so it was kind of coming loose on the top where the jump ring was at, And so I actually just had the jump ring just right there, right around just one strand of yarn. It needed to be, redone. And she, she's like, also it's been like laying around in my purse, so it's kind of gotten loose. So, well, this is just a string from the inside, so just tuck it in or cut it off or whatever. So uh, with that, but then I don't know, she brought her friend over or whomever this person was, but they bought one of my lesbians. So it's a bee in the lesbian flag colors. But then she tagged me on Instagram and showed her video on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool! Thank you so much." So then I was kind of getting some exposure, so I was like really happy about that. Um, so yeah, for sure, I was really really happy about that. That was a nice little tidbit. But again, what the lady with the Dino Nugget, she had a Dino Nugget fanny bag, fanny pack. I guess I don't know, what do you call those? Some people call them crossbodies, but whatever you want to call them. I always call them fanny packs. But then she got a Dino Nugget, and then we turned it into a keychain, and I was like, it's serendipitous. It just, you just had to have it. It's like, you need this. You need it. It's a set now. So anyway, I need to make some more of those. I was planning on making some Dino Nugget keychains as well, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I have time, because I want to make some bigger stuff other than just all keychains, but maybe I can make some while I'm there at the market too. And so I need to make sure I have that all written down. Anyways, thanks guys for being here. I will see or talk to y'all later. I'm thinking about Friday, or so we'll see. All right, thanks guys. You have a good day. Bye.